Hello, everybody. Welcome to memorycardradio. With your host,
That was our lowest
Eric
one.
John Max.
That was a low one.
I think that was the lowest one we did.
Check out all our phones. Here we got the ZTE, highly sought after.
Welcome to technology.
Got the S5 Black.
We are truly in the year of innovation.
S6, right?
S6
So what
active
you're
LCD
saying,
GTX.
My phone is better because I don't conform.
This is the NVIDIA GTX 960. I can play Grand Theft Auto 5 on full settings with this thing.
I can play
And it looks exactly
Pokemon
like
Go
a Samsung
on
Galaxy
this.
S6 Active.
That's all you need.
Well, yeah, why don't you go play Pokemon?
Crazy Bones.
That's why they named it
What
that.
the fuck is this?
I will.
That's raspberry tea.
It looks like
Tea, man.
olive oil or something. Like I thought you were
had,
just carrying around olive oil.
I realized it was one of those days where just carry it, just in case, just in fucking case. No, I had been very dehydrated today, so I decided to stop by the Go Marts before and get something delicious.
feel
I
comfortable
may
with
have
my
some
phone,
bad
like,
news
halfway.
about this tea.
Oh,
Oh no.
I'll just drink this
Where
beer
the
while you
fuck
tell
are
me how
ingredients
bad it is.
at?
You fucking... They don't
they
have
not
it.
have them?
The ingredients
gotta
are
have
tea
them.
leaves, John. I don't know what you're talking about.
There are
That's
no
all that's in there.
ingredients.
Oh, and raspberries. They just
Better
put the fruit in.
ingredients.
Oh, yeah.
Papa John's.
That's all it is. It's not artificial flavored at all. It's real. It's super real.
Oh, you know what? Okay, yeah, here they are. It doesn't look that bad. I think it's
good.
okay,
That's
actually.
Here's the
I was looking
question.
for high fructose corn syrup.
As I
Not
sip
in
this, you're telling me about health safety.
Do they have
Yeah.
a comment
Yeah.
phone call number that you can call and be like, your drink sucks, and then you just hang up?
Get a new drink for you, buddy.
If we pose as C-SPAN, we'll get more callers in, and we'll be prank calls, but it'll be funny.
There was a time.
So we can just be C-SPAN.
There was a time. I got a story.
We are the
ladies and
C-SPAN of
gentlemen.
video games.
Welcome
right
to C-SPAN.
My
of video
family
games.
had called in the
V-SPAN.
Vita Balls number,
Dude, we're the Michael Jordan of
and
video
I got a
game
free
podcasts.
CD case.
What?
That's great.
Yeah, you could put CDs in there,
That's good.
and it had Vitaball, vitamin gumball.
Your life has been amazing
Hell
lately.
yeah.
It's pretty great.
Not only that, but now you
Beautiful.
got a jobby.
I don't officially have it yet.
Well, you got it.
He's got it in the bag. Why'd he put it in the bag? Keep it in
The
the bag.
fact that we're jinxing it, I may walk in and they just spit on me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might have a job. I'm going to
So
be
for your
pizza
first
boy.
test,
proud
clean up this
of this
diarrhea.
boy.
Clean up this diarrhea if you want to work here.
I'm not
touch
even
it with
doing
your
that. My
finger.
job is to go house to house and just throw pizzas at people.
That's good.
That's my job. I'd be like, here's your tip, buddy, and I just throw the pizza.
That's a good job.
They put you in sales for like cold calling. You have to call people and sell them a pizza for.
I like the idea of,
That
of
wouldn't
a
be that hard.
salesman pizza
You probably have
guy.
a decent success rate with that.
I mean, that would be funny if they had staff
People
for
like-
that. If there were Pizza Hut people like recruiting like a religious organization going door to door, like, hey, you in the mood for pepperoni pizza? It's like $11.
I'd like to upsell and be like, look, I brought a third pizza if you're interested.
That's true.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll throw this medium pizza on top of that large for an extra $3, sir.
I think you have it down, man. I think that'd be it. What have you been playing?
Oh, I'm gonna open this because
What
I
you
always
been
forget.
I
But I'm
know
gonna open my
I
Steam.
knew Max was starting because he's Max.
What are you playing?
So I've been playing The Binding of Isaac still. Not as much lately.
After the birth?
I feel like
Afterbirth? Well, Afterbirth, Rebirth, whatever. And I'm at 98 hours. I'm about to approach my first 100-hour thing. On
my
Steam.
God.
That's a lot of fucking Binding of Isaac.
It is. I love it.
You're
It's
at
a
the
good
point
game.
now where you have most of the items memorized, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
seems crazy to me because I still play it and I don't.
Yeah.
I rarely recognize an item from the past.
The best. What I did was like. There got to a point where like I wanted to go beyond casual in the game. So when you do that with the Binding of Isaac, especially, you have to go find a guide. And I found a really good app. It's just like Binding of Isaac something. I'll find
What
it.
up?
Job things.
You know what I like about the Active is it has physical buttons.
Mm-hmm.
These touch buttons over here on either side of the home button, I hate that fucking shit. I don't know if it registered. Sometimes it hasn't. Sometimes it has, and it doesn't seem like it has, so I touch it again, and
Are
it
you
thinks I
saying
touched
my
it
phone
twice.
is a
There it
piece of
is.
shit?
This is
Yes.
the app is called Item Guide.
is-
So like it organizes objects, floors, rooms, trinkets, achievements, like everything. Even if you don't know the name of it or anything, you can sort it by freaking like you can sort it by color and like find it.
What?
Yeah, it's Awesome.
Wait a minute, what are you organizing?
You are putting more
Items from Binding of Isaac.
This is like MMO effort.
So you can
into
find
this
it
game.
even if you don't know the name of it. If you got the item and forgot the name of it, because you can't look at the name of it after you pick it up.
What a neat app.
Yeah. And so you just, when you reference that, eventually you're like, oh fuck, I know basically all of these. And,
That's cool.
And then it becomes a different game. It becomes like more strategy.
So that's pretty much all you've been playing? Binding of Isaac? Just
that
hitting it hard?
Kinda, yeah. I backed off of it past couple days, and I have been playing Jamestown because I'm in the bullet hell mood.
Okay.
The game is very
Never
fun.
played that.
It's good.
It's good.
It's very good. I enjoy it.
What about you?
I have also been playing my standby regular game, which is Overwatch.
How is?
Dang.
And Overwatch now has ranked mode.
Ooh.
And I've been playing that.
That's going to get tough.
Here's what's good about
Especially
it.
on PC.
Well, I'm playing on console, but here's what's good. It kicks my ass a lot. But ranked is good because it's really good about matching you pretty well. And like I feel like I have a 50-50 win-loss even in ranked because it sets me in a good place. Problem is, if you lose, it feels way, way fucking worse than ranked mode. Wins feel better too, but a loss in rank is a lot harder and longer.
I hate it.
It's closer to a MOBA in ranked, I'd say.
I did a lot of ranked mode in Mortal Kombat X. And that shit's hard. But that's fighting games. It's a whole different world. I've been playing... Was that it? Were you done?
No.
Okay.
But
Go
he took
ahead.
over.
Sorry.
And
No, go ahead.
I felt rude.
You sounded dumb to me. It sounded like the end of a thought. But go ahead. What else?
Well, that was the end of that. And then, the series I'm still playing, I'm now at Yakuza 4. And,
You started Yakuza how long ago? Like 2 weeks ago?
It was probably a month ago.
Really?
And-
that far?
Yeah.
I'm not capable of
Even that's pretty
absorbing
fast.
games that quickly.
Here's
I
the
can't
good
do it.
news about Yakuza. It is better than Uncharted. Shots fired. And I'll tell you why.
How do you even compare it to Uncharted? Different.
No, they are, but I'll tell you why. It's because by the fourth Uncharted, everyone universally said in this room, man, I know all the tricks. I'm fucking bored of it. And fucking, I have played all 4 of these games in a fucking row, and I'm still in love with it. I think it is because there are just so few good beat-em-up AAA games that exist. So you
Almost none now.
And
it just doesn't happen
every
anymore.
game changes up the mechanics and always better. So like every game you play, they have new moves and different ideas, and they always work out way better than the last game. It's forward progression. The story has been really damn good. It's funny as hell, but it's really well written and it's fucking great.
And I can't wait to get into them.
Me too.
I just haven't done it yet. But
They're made for you.
I intend to. Is that it? You got those 2?
That is all.
That's it for Eric. I've been playing a lot of fucking things.
No.
I do this thing where I'm in between games. If I get burned
2
out,
more. I thought 2 more.
Okay, yeah. I bounce around a lot in between games, and right now I've been bouncing around. I think I may have stopped bouncing. We'll see. But
The bouncer here.
played a little bit. Went back to Hatsune Miku.
Miku
Hatsune,
Hatsune, you mean?
Hatsune Miku.
Miku.
Went back to Hatsune Miku Project Diva F2, the second one. Played that a little bit. The problem, I don't know. It's hard to talk about that game because no one else but me fucking plays that game.
I own both.
But do you really?
I do.
Okay.
Oh no, I own the first one. I lied. I
Well,
don't
the
own
first
second
one. The thing about the first one is, the first one has all the best songs. So when they made the second one, it's like, well, here's some good songs, but we totally dumped everything that like all the best ones in the first one. So even though it's a better game, the first one's a better one to get because it just has all the better songs.
Makes sense to me.
So anyway, I bounced around with that. I went into some Sega Genesis games. There's this game here, Fighting Masters. Terrible game.
Wow.
Terrible fucking 2D
With a
fighting
name
game.
like
Sounds about as
Fighting
good as the
Masters,
name.
I would assume it was a master of fighting.
It's just one of those random purchases I see out, and I'm like, okay, the cover looks cool.
It just means that there are fighting masters, and the problem is that you don't play them. You have to play against
Is
them.
Yeah.
Fighting Masters
And,
at EVO this year?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Evo is that the Smash tournament?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
with EVO.
Yep.
But I think I found a home at Mass
I'm a-
Effect. I'm at home now with Mass Effect.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm finally playing those games, and I've had the trilogy on PS3 for like a year and a half now, sitting on my shelf.
Well,
Got the
don't
Mass
give up
Effect
on it after
in
the first
FX.
one, because the second one's
It's
far
fucking
and away.
slow, and it runs like shit on the PS3. And it is clunky on PC because I have a PC version too. But man, it does not run that bad on PC. Like it's the PS3 version, especially when you're in the middle of fighting, like with shooting. Good lord, is that bad? But it's slow. It's slower than I thought it was going to be.
Second game's faster. I mean,
A lot of good characters, a lot of good voice acting, a lot of good side quests. Everything is good, but something about it just feels really fucking slow. And yeah, I've heard, just power through the first one, and then you'll really enjoy 2 and 3.
yeah.
So that's what I intend to do, at least as much as I can.
Good stuff.
And what were the ones you thought of? What were you doing?
Oh yeah, well, I mentioned this to you guys before the podcast. I'm finishing up Dead Space. I've had it forever, and it's about time I do that.
Oh my!
Such a good game.
On PC, I had to do like some like mods and stuff. I think like some editing some config files to make sure the sensitivity works with the mouse because it's pretty off. It's pretty awful. It feels like just a kind of a bad console port at times.
What do you mean, like sluggish or like
Yeah,
there's a delay?
there was a huge delay. I think you have to turn off mouse acceleration, which is a huge no-no if you're playing first-person shooters. Like, holy shit,
Interesting.
it's awful. Like,
What is mass acceleration?
mouse acceleration is like your cursor moves exponentially based on the speed you move your actual physical mouse. So, like, if you move your mouse a little bit, your cursor goes a little bit on the screen. But if you move that same distance really quickly, it'll shoot across the screen.
Oh,
It'll go further based
so
on how
like
fast you're going.
momentum.
Yeah, and
factors in.
it's default on Windows, and you'll notice if you take it off, then it's 1-to-1 movement. Like, you know that moving this far physically will move your cursor this far on the screen.
No matter
so you can
what
be more
speed.
accurate.
It's
called raw
fine
input.
for Windows, but
Okay.
in gaming, when you need the precision, it makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't even like it in Windows. Actually, I've turned it off completely. It's gone.
I'm
in my
fine
computer.
with it.
Fuck it.
I guess I'm just used to it.
I hate it.
It's like playing a first-person shooter with a controller. I'm just used to it.
Yeah, nothing
Yep.
wrong with that. I mean, you like what you like.
I can see why you would want that off, though, because it is a truer experience to what your hand is doing. And I can see how coordination would form around that.
Yep.
So what else was I doing? Shit, I've bounced around with a lot of fucking games.
I got
Played
one.
a little bit of Shadow Warrior.
Ah!
Never beat it. I know the sequel's coming up, so I played it a little bit. And there's this really annoying section towards the beginning where you have to run around in the bamboo forest and find a couple things. And it's really annoying and it's really maze-like. And that I got to that part and I was like, I don't feel like this anymore. And so I turned it off. And then I went back to Uncharted 4 multiplayer.
Ooh.
For a minute. Went back to an old fling. An old fling came back into my life.
He put on a jacket he had recently hung up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's,
Just when he thought he was out, they pulled him back in!
they did. And then I got tired of it pretty quickly. So that's back out.
Okay.
And then I think that's about when I landed on Mass Effect. So
I
that's
did play one other game. I play a little of it.
Secret Boy.
A little of this game. So I've played Resident Evil 6. That game's
God
a
damn.
piece of shit.
What a garbage.
Oh!
Man, I always heard horror stories, but like you actually play it, and I'm like, okay,
Do you at least get to hear the soothing voice of Matthew Mercer?
yes.
Good.
I don't even
He's
know
a good
who that
Leon.
is.
He's Leon Kennedy.
And
in the,
he
I think,
certainly
the
is
modern
in it.
Resident Evil game. I like him, but it's like.
Here's the thing, okay. So Resident Evil, I get that it's not the same series, and it will never be, especially
Nope.
7, which has
Yep.
nothing to do.
7 is going in the completely different direction, just as far as 5 and 6 went in the action direction. It's like it almost creates the
5?
same problem.
Okay, 4 was action-packed as hell, but at least it started with some horror elements. It had some interesting
Well,
ideas
the whole time
in there.
it was in kind of like a horror backdrop, at least.
There
you know.
was something to it, but
Yeah.
it was its own style. It felt like Resident Evil. I'm not saying Resident Evil has to be fucking horror. It
Right.
doesn't. 5, there's an argument you could make.
Yeah, 5 is like acceptable in a lot of ways.
6 is so fucking over the top
6 is so dumb.
that, like, okay, it is an entire game of set pieces, which sounds great, but it's so fucking boring when you realize that it's 18 hours of shit that's not plausible.
That's kind of how I felt about Enslaved. Remember Enslaved?
Enslaved had more to it.
I feel like it was
though.
just like oh, here's a quick time event thingy. Oh,
How
here's
far
another
did you
quick
get
time event
in
thingy.
Enslaved?
Honestly, I think it was like there was like a bunch of trials. This was back when like the 1, 2, 3 hour trials of games were real popular, and I did one. It was like $2.99. You have the full game for 3 hours or whatever. And I think that's what I did. And
If
I
you went
played
back
it
to
like
it, you'd have a different opinion.
maybe it's been a while. I'm a little more open to things now than I was then. But I played it for like 2 hours, and and that doesn't mean I got very far because I'm bad at games. But that was not particularly inspired.
Enslaved has some really good writing if you get in it farther.
Yeah,
I think you would like it.
Who
and
did
it
that game?
calms down.
Was that Ninja Theory?
That was Ninja Theory.
Okay,
and it's
weird because I like everything else they've made. I adore.
You would like that game if you stuck with it. I can tell you that for a fact.
Okay,
but
I'm open to going back.
But play Nier first.
Nier.
Oh yeah. That is on my list.
Sweet, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if I get really tired of Mass Effect, I might just go straight to Nier.
Nier is worth it. Nier's got the highest highs.
Nier's so
Looks
weird.
fun.
I like it. There's not
but
a complaint.
there are things about it that just make that game shine.
And I've seen it. It's one of those games that you see on shelves and you just don't think about it. You see, I've seen Nier for years. I've seen it sitting on the shelves. I can't think of like another example because those exit your mind as soon as you're done looking at them on the shelf.
You walk over to him on the shelf and there's a dog in front and you think to yourself, well, I guess this is as far as I go.
Yeah, and then you turn around and you find
as I
another
go.
dog.
I guess this is as far as I go.
The PS2 video that he's referring to is not up yet, so you're not going to get that joke until that's up.
I guess
Nier
this is
might
as
be
far
weird,
as
but
I
at
go.
least it's fine gameplay wise. Like there's, it's different, but it's
Unlike Shadows of Destiny.
what? Oh yeah, fuck Shadows of Destiny. That's too weird. That's not a game. That's just I can't go past the dog.
Oh, also, I'm playing Freedom Planet now. Just bought it a couple hours ago.
How is?
Played it. Fucking awesome.
Good.
And it really embarrasses Sega. It's really, truly an embarrassment for Sega.
Sorry, Sega.
To see that
You got Yakuza,
some like a couple of fucking guys who just were dicking around with a Sonic game. We're just hacking around and modding a Sonic game. Came up with a better Sonic game than Sega has in 10 years.
Wow.
That's embarrassing to Sega.
More
It's
embarrassing is Sonic
Sorry, guys.
4's comparison. Because, like, the 3D games are shit, and you can at least justify it in some weird way.
4 is okay because it was priced appropriately.
This costs less than 4 did. This is
Yeah.
$10, and that was $15. That was a $20 launch, and that was split into two halves.
There's a Humble Bundle
Before.
right now. If by the time this posts, the Humble Bundle's gone, buy it at full price. It's $15. It's fucking worth it.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's the best Sega game in 10 years. Just about.
It's pretty fantastic.
And it has nothing to do with fucking Sega. Sega had no hand in it, and that's why it's a good Sega game. Sorry, Sega, you're fucked up. Some people are doing
Other
better
Yakuza.
shit than you, and you need to get your shit together. And I think there's a chance they might be getting the shit together, but the proof's in the pudding. I'll wait and see.
They shit the pooch this
We will
time.
see. They've admitted that they fucked up recently more than they ever have. Like they're coming to terms with their issues more than they ever have. And that's a good step one of like 40 steps they need to take to fix it. So proof's in the pudding. We'll see.
I think this month, at some point, we're going to see the new Sonic, and we're going to see what it is from Sonic Team, and it should.
It's hard to say when we'll see that.
No, it's going to be this month.
You think?
They've said it.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to see it this month, and
Good.
hopefully.
Hopefully
Actually,
it's
you
not
know
a Nintendo
what?
exclusive. That's what I'm afraid
It
of.
turns out I don't even care. I've come to the conclusion.
You've closed the door.
I've come to the conclusion that even if you make let's say you make the greatest game ever made with Sonic, I hate it. And the reason I hate it is because Sonic the Hedgehog is stupid looking and his friends piss me off. I hate Sonic. I do. Amy is annoying. Knuckles looks very stupid looking.
We went over this in the last episode, yeah.
I'm gonna
You're
keep
right.
going.
Okay.
It's still true.
Sonic
Just read
sucks.
it.
You don't like the character designs. That's fair.
Yeah, and ultimately you can't make a good game.
And Knuckles is an echidna. Let's remember that.
But that's what
Four-headed penis.
Freedom Planet
Four-headed
is
penis.
proof you can make a good one.
Yeah,
That's
but they
what I'm
also
saying.
didn't use the designs. That's why it's good.
Just remember that. Knuckles
Clearly
from Sonic the
inspired by the
Hedgehog.
designs. though.
Yeah, but they look nice.
I mean, Lilac is just a female song.
they have two eyes. They are
Tails
just
has mechanical tails, and Knuckles has 4 penis heads.
Yeah.
We just have to remember these facts as we go through the Sonic universe.
A good Sonic
to
can
think
be
about these
made.
things.
They just need to they need to stop trying so fucking hard. Just make a fucking Sonic game.
stop trying to make a good game. Just
They've been made. They've been made. Just make them again. They know how to. That's,
Just fucking
Look,
make a
Nintendo
new
knows to
Genesis.
copy off Mario 3 every time they make a new Mario game that's 2D. They know to do that. That's smart, because everyone likes the third Mario game on the NES.
that nest.
So,
They
yeah.
really could just do that, couldn't they?
They could.
That's kind of what they do.
Like a new Super Mario Brothers style Sonic. Like that's all they need, probably. I never even considered that. Like
Yeah.
that would work. Just
that's
do
not
it
even
again.
what I was implying, but that's a great idea.
That is.
I'm saying that like Nintendo
I didn't know
knows
that's what
how
you were
to-
implying either.
What I was trying to say was Nintendo knows how to exploit their old successes. Like Sega does not.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Sega,
Mario,
yeah.
everyone loves Super Mario Brothers 3 on the Nintendo Entertainment System. So all of their 2D Mario games are basically like Mario 3.
Mm-hmm.
If you played them, they control like that. They add a couple different pickups. Add the wall jump mechanic. It's kind of the same still.
And the 3D Mario games have all sort of had lessons learned from Mario 64 in them.
Yeah, it's
took
like
risks
amalgamations
with the
from
3D
like
ones,
Galaxy,
Sure, a little bit.
Sunshine.
They've expanded
64.
on it, but I mean, I feel like Mario Galaxy and Sunshine both feel like sequels to Mario 64 to me.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They might not be, but they feel like that.
I haven't
But I
touched
don't see
3D
Mario's-
World.
and that's
so
a good
what's,
thing.
What's the consensus with 3D World? I haven't seen that.
It's okay.
Right
I
in
haven't
there
seen
with
much of
those
that.
other ones?
I don't know.
It's a step above the normal New Super Mario Brothers kind of style.
That's good.
Because there's
That's
more
good.
in it, but it's not like a new Galaxy. Like
okay.
people aren't going to put it on that level, but it was satisfying. People really liked it.
I like that Luigi game.
So yeah, Super Luigi U was
I like
dope.
that. That's
I love
there's
the challenge.
that's a hard
Mario
one, yeah.
Maker, baby.
Yeah, Mario Maker's great too.
Give me a
Oh my
Sonic
gosh.
Maker.
I need to buy Mario Maker already. Like,
Did you guys
it's been,
play that
I feel bad
art Sonic game that was online? It was like the Dreams collection.
Yeah.
That
Oh
was
no! I
fucking
need to get that.
amazing.
I've been meaning to get that. I've never gotten
Oh
around
my
to it.
god.
Yeah, definitely.
It has the
Sonic
best
Dreams
VR
collection.
game in history with Sonic the Hedgehog called Sonic's Roommate. And
Yep.
you play as a roommate of Sonic the
good.
Hedgehog and you're trying to get Sonic to kiss you.
Yeah,
It's fucking great.
That sounds
so much happens in
It's
that
from the
game.
guys who made that Bubsy 3D art game.
So
they're
much
so
happens
good.
in that Sonic game. Like,
Bubsy's my shit.
surely you've seen it. Like, I know, like when that came out, like Vinesauce and Kryken, I think they all like made videos about it and stuff. This would have been like what, like a year ago? maybe
Arcane
less?
kids are fucking
Game Grumps
amazing.
played it. It's that Game Grumps playthrough was pretty good. I thought.
The best thing about that is, and I discovered this on my own, is that there's a hidden game that doesn't work unless you fuck with the files intentionally. Because there's like hidden passwords and shit in the folder for a secret thing. There's a Sonic MMO that exists, and it is the weirdest fucking thing I've ever played in my life. It's amazing.
It would be not only if it's in the Dreams collection, but it's also hidden in the Dreams collection. That's gonna be the weirdest.
so good. It's not any weirder than the abortion, but
I was gonna say the not hidden
Or the
stuff is
birth.
already like really strange in that game.
yeah.
So.
I know. Was it abortion or birth? I guess it was birth.
It was a birth. It was a birth.
It was a birth. Big
He
Sakat
ate
was
Tails,
fucking
and you
frightened.
had to drop something on his belly so he could birth Tails back
Good.
into the world.
And then you birthed yourself because you
Oh, that's
you were
right,
in her
yeah.
vagina at one point, and then you just pop out.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to the audio version of the podcast on mopcast.com, go to youtube.com/memorycardradio, watch the video version, and we do streams and other shit as well on the channel. We're above the bottom button.
You'll regret it.
And
Just
if
do
you're
it, though.
listening,
Just do
if
it.
you're watching the video version, be sure to go to Mopcast and listen to the audio version.
That's true.
There
And
it
they have
is.
other podcasts on there. It's all Mopcast Network. Go watch the little line move as you listen to the
You
podcast.
can listen to me while you make breakfast.
It's above the bottom button.
Maybe open this podcast file up in iTunes, get a visualizer going, like watch some really cool lights while you listen to us talk.
Do you remember when you said above the bottom button on the last episode?
No.
I was editing, and this is really funny because I notice things when I'm editing these episodes. I
Above
notice
the
things.
bottom bun. That's great.
Is that
It
just
was-
the thing
It
he
was
says
fucking
now?
genius, and I'm going to say it for the rest of my life now.
Sure. So what was the context? I want to be refreshed. It sounds
Well, it points to a larger funny joke
okay.
where I'm always editing and I'm discovering things that I didn't know were said when I was there, and almost always they're by Max. There's some genius little thing that was said, and no one reacted to it for whatever reason. And then when I'm editing, I'm like, that's fucking great. And this was the newest one because it was Max was over here, and then Joel. Or no, it was Eric, Joel, me, and then Max.
No,
No, I was over there.
I was
you over there?
way over here.
Me,
Okay, well,
Joel,
then, yeah, this is
and
fine.
then you.
I'm looking at the screen and I'm thinking us, and it's backwards.
Okay.
But anyway, Joel was in the middle. Is the point?
Yeah.
And you were saying we were a burger. And I didn't realize this is what you meant because you didn't really elaborate on it. But there was like bottom bun, the meat, which was Joel. I was the lettuce. I was right here, and then whoever was here was the top bun, and that's what you meant. You were saying everybody here was a burger, and you were saying here's Joel. He's above the bottom bun. That was the bottom bun. This was the top bun. I was lettuce, and Joel was the meat. Is
Yep.
what you were saying.
Yep. Yeah.
And that was fucking. And I just didn't know. I thought it was like a phrase that meant like he's above the he went above and beyond or something like that.
No,
like he's an above average guy. Like I thought that's what you meant, but no,
just
you were
being weird as fuck.
You're saying there's a burger at the table.
I don't know how to react.
Yep.
And so now I'm
that
gonna say things are above the bottom bun.
Aren't they?
Some things are.
I mean-
and I'm going to use that to mean what you
Below
didn't
the
actually
top
mean.
bun.
But I'm going to use
The
that.
bottom
Sounds
bun.
good.
I want to use that to mean
Memory card radio. We're above the bottom button.
we're above the bottom bun.
It sounds like it's a political thing.
It sounds like you're saying that
Sounds
we're
like
good.
we're meat.
Oh, yeah, it sounds good.
We're
It
the
sounds good.
reason
We're
you
above-
buy the burger.
We're above the bottom bun, man.
We're the main part. We're the meat.
If
We're
you're
that
gonna
meat,
eat,
or the lettuce, or the top bun. We could be any of them.
look,
technically.
you don't want to eat just fucking bread. But if you got rid of the bread, you could eat the burger
If
by
you're
itself.
watching them
It's
carbs,
fine.
you gotta watch them carbs.
I would
and you
rather,
get rid of that bread.
I'd
and
rather eat
watch
the
them.
meat.
you eat what's
watch,
above the bottom bun.
You keep the top bun, not necessarily the bottom.
We're above the bottom bun.
I get inspired and I say, "What's in my heart?" And,
So the Pope
what
is a
happens.
gamer.
Good.
There was this man.
The Pope is everything, it seems.
he only likes
except,
GameCube. That's
So
the
this-
except on normal Catholic.
This
only likes
fucker
GameCube.
on YouTube went up to the Pope and said, "I got a game for you," and he gave him Undertale, and this actually happened. So the Pope now owns Undertale.
I wonder if he'll play it.
No fucking way. Or if he does play, he's gonna kill everyone because he's
He'll
Catholic.
probably donate it to some poor person.
How can you don't? I don't understand how
he's
someone
Catholic,
gave
right?
him the game. It's
Donate
a
it
digital
digital.
fucking game.
Got digital.
What did you hand him?
Yeah, I agree. Like, what do you do? Yeah.
Did you just give him
Did
a
you
box?
Did you hand him his own new
Does he have a
Steam
Steam
account?
account?
Did you
Now he better.
Did you make the Pope a Steam account with the game loaded onto it, like with the username and password on? Note?
Also, how do we know it's the Pope? You realize there's like a million Steam accounts called the Pope, I'm sure, right? How do we know it's the Pope?
man
How do we know
went
it's
up
not
to
just
the
Gregory in
real
his
Pope.
dad's house?
and there's no way to play Undertale outside of Steam, right?
You need Steam to play Undertale.
That's what I thought. Okay.
The Pope is a big
Why doesn't
gamer.
that come to consoles? Shouldn't that come to consoles?
Oh, yeah, I don't
you
know.
can't. And
Sure you could.
there are mechanics in there that are interesting that could only be done on PC. You couldn't do from a boy who never beat that game.
I haven't beaten it, so I can't think of anything that you couldn't do.
One example that's not spoilery is their story if you hack the game.
I feel like there should be a water tornado in this. And you should
I remember
impress your
those.
third grade class.
There's a
with it.
character
Those
that
are the
only
best.
exists if you fuck with the files of the game, for example, and that could only be done.
They can do it. They brought Tearaway. If you can bring Tearaway to console,
Yeah, but they made
can
an
bring
entire
anything.
new game for Tearaway. I mean,
No.
they designed it around the console. It was different
they
levels
changed
and
mechanics.
stages.
I mean, it's the same game.
Grindel.
Ah!
It's not as good on console. I do know that. It's better on Vita.
Vita,
meant
more
for.
like water, because
And they're like, "Hey, you got a real great game on that Vita. Too bad it's on the Vita. Bring it to PS4 so people will see it."
And no one bought it.
I got it. It was on sale for like $7. I said, it was more of me saying, "Here's some money for being good." Mercury or whatever. What's her name?
Media Molecule!
Oh, yeah, Media Molecule. Here's some money for just being good. I think I played it for like 10 minutes just for the heck of it.
Rest in peace.
I beat it on the Vita. That was my experience with it. It's one of those games I don't like playing multiple times. Some games you just want to
That's
have your
kinda my-
play.
I don't want to play a game that has my face in it, because I'm hideous.
I think you're charming and witty.
You let me borrow Tearaway and played it for a bit, played it for a few hours. I felt like, though, that was the enjoyment I kind of wanted out of it, so I was kind of done with it after that. I'd never finished it, but I didn't hate it. It was
If
just
you
fun
play-
for a
I
little
feel like
while.
If you played
worse
half
in
of
some
it, then you
ways.
saw it all.
Yeah.
I feel like that's worse when it's a game that's like, well, like think of it from the developer point of view.
Right.
It's like they put their heart and soul into it, and you're like, I liked it, I'm done, I don't want to finish it, and they're like,
Max is a bad boy.
like if you said you hated it, at least they'd be like, okay, I appreciate it, but you and I liked
If
it.
it
I'm not
doesn't,
gonna
if it
finish
doesn't
it.
speak to you enough for you to finish it, there's no need to force yourself through it. Though.
Yeah, I
like
didn't
what
beat
I-
it either.
I like
But
what I like,
take
ladies and
that
gentlemen.
as a
I like what I
negative.
like.
You tried it and you appreciate it, and that's good. It's more than a lot of people fucking did, because no one owns the Vita except me and Max. And
I
somebody.
don't. But I got Danganronpa on PC, so I don't need it.
Danganronpa. I started that up again too, and I played a little more Tecmo's Deception. I've been all over the damn
You're fucking
place.
playing every game except the one I loaned you.
And I know what the hell's my problem. I need to get into that.
You a dirty boy.
I'm very near to playing that game.
I don't
Close.
get it. You're gonna have to explain
Very
this to
near
me.
to playing that game that you mentioned.
I don't get it.
I feel like sometimes what I want to play in terms of a game, it works a lot like who you're attracted to. It's like you can it's just you play what you want to play, what you're feeling.
You
I'm
sleep,
such
you
a
can't
weird-
control
sleep
it.
with.
I'm such a weird fucker because when I pick up a game, I commit. I commit like a woman, and I say I'm gonna finish you and then leave you.
You commit like a woman, or you commit like you commit to a woman.
The second.
Okay. So you
Like-
commit to the game like a
Like
woman.
I'm,
you would
I'm
commit to a
gonna
woman.
finish
If the
her
first
off.
one, if so, what is she committing to?
Yeah. No, he means the second
to
one.
a sexual act. I'm gonna finish her.
You're gonna finish.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
You're gonna get her done.
I
maybe?
finished Mortal Kombat.
Larry the Cable.
But no, every time I play, like take Yakuza, right?
Yes.
I'm still going through the series one by one because I'm infatuated.
Committed like a woman.
I've fallen. Never
Go ahead,
mind.
finish. No, I'm not stopping you. Go.
Every time.
You commit like a woman, so how'd the
this is what
relationship
happens.
go?
This is what happens.
How'd that third date go?
Well, so far, Yakuza, I'm on the fourth date. It's
Are you
working pretty well.
engaged yet?
Once I get to 6, I will be. That ain't out in America.
Damn.
So anyway, like if I start a game, I usually just end up falling in love with it, and I want to learn every single fucking thing about it and beat it and be done with it, and then I'll move on. But like I get obsessive, and that's why I never shut up about whatever I'm playing. It's because like I obsess for that play session, and I'm like I need to know. I want to know every single little bit. Okay, move on next. And that's how I
fair.
am. So it's weird when I hear people that are capable of reason and being like, a little bit.
Sure.
I guess
agree.
with Overwatch I'm like that, but that's only multiplayer, so it's like made for me to do that.
That's another game. I gotta do it.
Oh, nobody's playing it.
I need to do Nier first. I'm gonna do Nier first because
Okay.
I know if I don't, you're just gonna bitch, and then you're gonna keep on bitching,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna feel like I have to do it anyway. So I'm
That's
just
right.
gonna do it, and get through it.
Once I got some money saved up, I'm gonna on my buy list. There's Super Mario Maker and Overwatch. Those are the two.
Okay.
Those are
I'll be real, I'll never play
Maybe
it on
Overwatch
PC.
first.
I've given up on the possibility of me playing on PC.
Why?
Because it just does not work for me. That computer, at the frame rate that I go,
Oh, yeah.
I can't fucking handle it. And right now, when
That's
I
fair.
have a console that plays at 60 frames per second, like, I'm sorry.
Is that 1080p on
It is.
Good.
But I can't fucking play it on PC. I can't do it.
I played the beta on PC and it was like too good. Like I had
Yeah.
to play it on PC.
I enjoyed the beta
It's
quite a bit.
It was good.
Wow.
Neat
It's
game.
still technically installed in my computer from the beta. I've just left it there until I can buy it, so I don't have to download
They
it.
say the new character's
probably have to
coming
update
this
it.
month or next month. Like one or the other.
I'm gonna be so far behind when I do finally get it.
Yeah.
Well, what
you
you
already
learn
are.
is that
Yeah.
you'll be behind the moment the game comes out because of the way that those games with different characters who have different abilities go. Like with those games, you just it takes
Yeah.
Well,
so
just don't
long
take
to
it
learn them.
seriously. I hate to say it. Just like
No,
honestly,
just be casual
just
about it.
play it on the fucking regular thing and just fuck around. I mean, like that is a game. If I have friends to play with and I've done it before, we all just fuck around. Say, hey, this match, let's just all be May.
Mm-hmm.
We won't win, but it's funny. You know, like just.
I
have
just
fun
wish
with
they
it.
had a story. Maybe that's part of why I'm like dragging my feet with it. Because I feel like if I'm gonna pay full price for a game, I very rarely am okay with there not being a story. In fact, I can't really think of a time when I paid $60 for a game and I was okay with it that didn't have a story.
Rumor
I tried
is-
Evolve, and it, that
They
part
seem
of it pissed
lorry
me
though.
off.
I mean, like
Well,
Sure, but even more reason to have a fucking story mode, right?
Two
You have
things.
all these characters, all these cool things. Nah, no story.
I agree with you, but there are two aspects. One, technically, there's a lore in all the other ways. There's the webcomics, there's the videos.
That's not
but,
a story. A story mode is what I should say.
I know
a
what you're
campaign
saying.
in a game.
But two, I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. I think they're going to do the Street Fighter thing and add it later.
Ooh,
And the reason I
that would be
think
interesting.
the reason I think that is because I don't expect it this year necessarily, but like there's BlizzCons every single fucking year. They have to keep announcing it. And
Mm-hmm.
this game right now is their most successful game since Warcraft. In some ways,
Which
bigger.
says a lot.
They know that people want it, and I'm pretty confident they're going to add it on a BlizzCon and announce it at some point. Because they like. We already know this is a game they're going to update for free infinitely, and that's their goal. It sounds like there's something in the cards in the future. They're trying to figure out how to pull that off because you have all these different characters with different moves, and the gameplay is very strange for a single player.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty confident there's something that will come. May not be this year, but I feel like it's coming.
neat.
But that's not me saying that's a fact. That's me saying I have a feeling from the way that things are communicated.
You got a feeling.
Whoa.
You know. And again, with Overwatch, like I don't What's nice about it is I just play it a little bit. I treat it like you treat Uncharted. Play a little bit and put it down. Play whatever I'm really playing. But then when I want to listen to a podcast or just chill, put on some Overwatch. And I'm never in a bad mood. Win or lose, I'm in the best fucking mood playing Overwatch.
Is it just... What are all the modes? Is it just Team Deathmatch right now, or...
There's no team deathmatch.
What's the...
So what it is, the modes are done by map. And each map has its own mode, pretty much. But they're all kind of the same. Like, one is Control, where it's like King of the Hill. Like, everyone's trying to
Control the zones.
Can capture zones. One would be, like, Payload, which... You ever play Team Fortress 2 be Wagon?
Yes.
Like, they're all
It's
pretty
called Payload
much...
in Team Fortress 2.
Love that mode.
Okay, well, they're all pretty much that. Like, they're all
That's a
pretty
fun
much
mode.
about you trying to capture a base or defend a base.
That's what I liked. Payload was my favorite game type in TF2.
That's my favorite.
But there's no...
loved
Like,
it.
the only real satisfaction you get from a kill is the fact that those guys aren't there. And there are roles that aren't necessarily killing, but you're doing a lot of helpful things. And you can get play of the game without killing a fucking person.
Like TF2?
Like,
I'm okay
like
with that.
take
I like
Mercy,
that.
right? Here's the play of the game, for example. There was a
Rocket League's like
Mercy
that, too.
who has the ability to resurrect everyone with their ultimate.
Cool.
So, like, there would be a time where a Mercy is in an area where 5 people died. She used her ultimate, brought all of them back to life, and that's worth a shit ton.
Yeah.
You know,
Rocket League's kind of like that. I've been playing Rocket League ranked. So
yeah.
good shit. I like that game. I'm glad I started
I'm
playing
the
it again.
worst
That's such a
human
fun
being
game.
on
I'm not
Rocket
good at
League.
it, but I'm getting better at it. It's pretty fun.
That's that's a timeless game. You can come back to that game in 10 years from now, assuming the servers are still up, and that will
Oh,
be
it
a
will
good time.
be. That game's a fucking hit.
Gosh,
Yeah.
it's great. Yeah, it's just very, very simple.
And it deserves to be a hit. I mean,
You
it's
can get
fucking
into it as
awesome.
much as you'd like to.
From the
It's that
makers
one
of
those.
Nosgoth.
Really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
You wouldn't have thought it.
Psionics?
Ugh.
Yeah. They made the free-to-play Nosgoth game that failed.
Did not
And
know
then
that.
Rocket League took off, and they got their money
What else
now.
did they make? They make anything else?
Nope.
Wow. Well, it worked out.
They got
Fuck.
Rocket League. They
Wow.
ain't,
They
they
got
ain't
Rocket
complaining.
League,
Good job.
fuck Nosgoth, which is a shame because that's a fucking universe that needs about a reboot right now.
You don't need a multiplayer game for Nosgoth.
No, what a dumb idea that was. But it
Fucking
needs, I mean,
square.
we need a Legacy of Kain, a Soul Reaver game.
I just want
I
a
will
collection.
pay you money. Make
I
it.
will pay money for a remake. Just give me a collection. I want them back.
Sure.
It's already perfect.
That'd be awesome.
Just give them back.
I mean, most of them were on the PS2.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them were that era, and that era of games kind of still looks good. Like if you could remaster those and sell them for. I mean, how many were there? There's Soul Reaver 2, 2 Legacy of Kain
Legacy
games.
of Kain. Well, the ones that matter, I'd say there's 4 or 5, and those are the ones that matter.
There's a Legacy of Kain game on the PS1, which was kind of
That was the original.
right. That I could take or leave that one. Soul Reaver 1 matters. Soul Reaver 2 matters. Blood Omen. Or was that
2
the
doesn't
PS...
really matter, but Blood Omen 2 was
Blood Omen
PS2.
2 matters.
And then there was Defiance, which was the
Yes.
which was the final one.
Yes, that's 4. Put
I
put
guess
those.
that's 4.
Make those 16:9, 1080, 60 frames per second. Put them on a fucking Blu-ray disc. I'd pay
The
$60
only
for
one
that.
that really doesn't age well is Soul Reaver 1, just visually.
Right, because that's a
but,
PS1 game.
You know, there's a lot of block puzzles. Push that fucking crate.
Sure,
But man,
but throw it
those
on there.
are
It's
good games.
And the Dreamcast version's actually surprisingly.
That was the best version.
I'm
of it.
used to the PS1 version because that's the one I played growing up. But now that I have it on Dreamcast and on PC was basically the same as Dreamcast. It does hold up a little better than you'd think. But if you think of that PS1 version, yeah, I mean that's PS1.
The writing and the acting in that is insanely good.
And it's just the story is just so creative. What a creative, interesting world. It's
I feel like we're
vampiric
leaving Max
medieval.
out. You ever play
Sorry.
it?
No.
Oh man, I don't know if you'd like it or not. It'd be different from what I'm used to seeing you play, but
All right.
you could definitely appreciate how well it's just realized.
If you
It's
play
just a really
any,
well
play
realized.
Soul Reaver 1.
Okay.
The original's fine because it was made by Silicon Knights and it was definitely before they figured it out. And then Soul Reaver 1 is weird because the main character of the first game is the villain.
Right.
And
But it's graceful in a way too, though, because it's like Kane kind of became what he hated, you know, and then it's kind of Razel's turn to
It's the
try
opposite of Donkey Kong.
sort of.
See, I disagree, because in Soul Reaver 2, it turns out you find out the real motivation for Kane. It turns out he was right all along.
Oh, actually, I never beat Soul Reaver 2. Thanks for
Oh,
fucking that up.
That's not even a spoiler. That's
Okay,
that's
good.
the intro of the game.
Oh,
But, yeah,
Man.
Soul Reaver 2 is my favorite,
I never beat
think.
the intro.
Soul Reaver is fucking awesome.
Soul Reaver is a time travel vampire story. If that doesn't sound fucking awesome, then you're dumb.
Basically.
Yeah,
in this fictitious world that's kind of based off of, like, 1700s Europe.
Yeah.
Man.
Which is interesting. Like
It's
medieval.
so weird looking, too.
Yeah.
And the voice acting. The director of that went on to make Uncharted.
Oh.
Amy Hennig. And it was way better than Uncharted.
I didn't know she was
Said
on
it.
there.
Gaming news.
Yeah, she directed it, and she not only directed
She's been in
it,
the
she
game for a
also
while.
wrote the series past the first game. She didn't
did-
work on the original.
She did 2. Right? Or no, Neil Druckmann did 2.
Neil Druck... Wait, for which?
Uncharted.
Neil Druckmann only directed the 4th one.
Oh.
He
Did
did
he write
Last of
2?
Us. He helped... I think it was a co-director.
He was a big part of 2.
He was a co-director.
Okay.
Like, Amy Hennig wrote it and did most of the work, and then he was, like, background, and then he went on to make his own thing, which was, hey, Last of Us, and it was great.
Right.
And then, anyway.
And then he made 4 because Amy...
Money!
I still want to know what the fuck happened.
She...
Because she got fired, really.
I can tell what happened. I don't even have to fucking look at it.
What do you think?
She got an offer for Star Wars, and she said, man, Uncharted 4 is going to suck, which it did.
Doesn't suck.
I'd rather work on the Star
silly.
Wars thing.
Suck
This is going to
balls,
be
dude.
way bigger.
It's the worst game.
No, seriously, I think they just said, hey, Star Wars, that's a lot of money.
And wait.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, why not?
And I think she said, hey, guys, after Uncharted 4, I'm leaving. And
Well,
they're
it's
like,
kinda
oh,
like,
we might as well just fucking go. Because they're
Yeah.
not on bad terms. She was fired, but like she speaks highly of Naughty Dog, and they haven't said a bad word about her. I'm pretty sure it was just Star Wars, big deal, do it. Get out of here.
You know what's really good? The art director from the first God of War, and I'm not sure exactly what he did for God of War 2, but it was a very high-level position as well. He's making the new one.
He was the
he's-
director of God of War 2.
Yeah, okay. He directed God of War 2, and he was the art director of God of War 1, and then he left. I think he was going to be the director of 3, and then he left, and then the art director of 2 took over for 3, which was fine. And then Ascension, I don't even know, some motherfucker who was low down in the other games took over for Ascension, and that explains why that one didn't quite turn out to be what it should have been. But the new one is the guy from 1 and 2, which are, a lot of people would say, are the best ones.
2 is my favorite, so that's good. I mean, I still don't think it's going to be a God of War game, but I still think this could be one of the
gonna be
greatest
great.
games ever made.
It's going to be great. It's going to be The Last of Us meets God of War into some weird thing. But
It's a spin-off.
He's behind it.
Yeah.
And it's canon. It's not a spin-off, but I mean, it's, you know,
Yeah,
it's the
spin off
story.
to me.
Well, sure. It's a huge departure, and there's no argument there.
So good.
Yeah.
But, you know, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm more hyped about that than I was. I might be more hyped about that than I am for Horizon Zero Dawn, which was my most hyped game up until now. Now I'm pretty God of War.
You want to hear something insane?
Yeah.
I've waited fucking 10 years for Final Fantasy 15, and I still believe it's coming out that day. Don't get me wrong, that whatever, that's staying. I am now more excited for the second Nier game than I think I am for Final Fantasy. And the reason is because I feel like with Final Fantasy, I kind of know what that game is. I've been waiting so long. I know what I'm getting into. Nier is a fucking mystery because it takes place 10,000 years later.
That's funny. Yeah,
That game jumps through time so unnecessarily largely.
It's,
Like, oh, by the way, it's 12,000 years in the future. Here's your next scene.
can I say it's not really a spoiler, but I think it's really interesting, and it just kind of makes it more interesting. Okay, so Nier takes place after the joke ending of Drakengard. Where Drakengard is like a medieval game, and then they take the dragon and modern day Tokyo, and then they shoot down the dragon in Tokyo, and that's fucking bizarre and weird. It was a joke. So then they made the game based off that and said, let's make that real. So after Nier, he wrote a story where UFOs attack, and he made that canon just so he would have a joke ending to start with, so he could make
Canon.
He just makes bizarre shit happen just so he could have the hardest job making a sequel
Let's
to it.
fuck it all up.
That's so weird, though.
They
People are
should
bored.
make a
Some people are
game.
bored.
They should make a sequel to Silent Hill 2, where the dog actually did the thing.
But it's
and
exactly
blew
that,
up
though.
the world.
It was a butler the whole
It's
time.
exactly that. That's fucking so interesting to me. Like, what the fuck would you do making a Silent Hill where the dog thing was canon? Like, that is so neat and cool and weird, and I'm
glad they did.
Excited.
And now they're making a sequel to it. I hurt my thumb, or not my thumb, but my knuckle.
Aw.
Look at that. That gash.
You need me to kiss it?
I don't know. Is it better to put a Band-Aid on something like that or just let it breathe?
Let it
do
breathe,
its thing?
man. Don't be a pussy.
Email us. Let us know what you think. Do you put Band-Aids on scratches or you let them breathe?
That's a medical condition called the sonic and knuckle. It hurts.
I feel like that's the end
Don't
of the
forget to
episode.
like,
Yeah.
I
comment.
think that's it.
I think it is. I think that's it. Gotta end on that, right?
Well,
I like that one.
Yeah.
Unless you have something else you need to say, boy.
no.
Oh.
Fuck them.
Nah.
Fuck the
Offensive
fans.
slur.
They are bad. Da, 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 da. Fans are bad.
Fuck. Point where I have to.
Bye.